We are in a war. We've been in a war it's a 40-year war.
Yeah, right.
It's class warfare, and the wealthy, the billionaire class, the corporate class have been taken and taken, and we keep going backwards. We keep going further and further behind. It's got to end.
Welcome to WTOL 11 News on WTOL 11 Plus. We're starting with some breaking news. UAW president, you heard there, it's Shawn Fain. He visited Toledo today, just a few hours ago, and spoke with strikers on the picket line at Toledo Assembly Complex. Today is day 16 of the UAW strike against the Big Three, and WTOL 11 has been covering the strike, of course, since the beginning. Our Christy Gerlette is back out on the picket line. Christy, what can you tell us about today?
Yes, Tatiana, President Fain's first visit was at the Local 12 headquarters where he met with leaders and union members, and then he came right here to Gate 4. As we take a look at the live scene behind us, you can see that strikers are here on the picket line. It's the same strikers that were here earlier. We have video from when Fain came here. You could see the excitement. He spent time talking to these UAW members, encouraging them, reminding them what they're out here for. I asked him a lot of questions at the presser. Take a listen to some of my interview with him. What do you say to the critics that say the demands are too high?
I say, wake up. It's not. They could double our wages tomorrow, and not raise the price of vehicles, and they would still make billions of dollars in profit. That's the biggest lie that's being told.
Now, we know the strike has been going on for 16 days. Toledoans have been here, the strikers, since day one. What do you want to tell Toledoans?
Just stay in the fight. I mean, that's why we picked Toledo, because we know they've been here all, just like the Jeep they make. Just like the Jeep they make. It's one of the most rugged vehicles that's ever been made. It was there during World War II, and it's been there ever since. And these workers are just like that Jeep. They'll stand here, and they will be here till the end. You're not going to beat them.
No justice.
His visit got a lot of these strikers on the line, very excited. Many of them took photos with President Fain. Tatiana, I know you have a lot more from the reaction of the strikers, so I'll send it back to you.
All right, now we're actually going to get to some more breaking news out of Ottawa County. A pilot has walked away from a plane crash this afternoon when the call came in around 4 p.m. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says that the plane crash landed into the Portage River just west of Port Clinton, and as of right now, officials say they have not received any reports of any injuries. Now, this story is a developing one right now. Again, we do know that a plane has crash landed into the Portage River, and they're working to get more information on that. This story is developing right now, and of course, we're going to keep you updated on air and online with our free WTOL 11 News app. And of course, we have more breaking news at this hour. East Toledo is where we're going to see an incident. Of course, we're working to get some visuals for you, but we are having some technical difficulties. What we do know right now is that in East Toledo at Freedom and White, it is shut down, that intersection, because there's a heavy police presence. And we're working to find out if there were shots fired, if there is a standoff. Again, we're hearing a lot of unconfirmed rumors at this point. But what we do know is, again, in East Toledo, as of right now at Freedom and White, that intersection is shut down. So if you do know anyone in that area, give them a call to make sure that they're okay. We'll continue to get more information, of course, as the night goes on. But for now, let's go ahead and toss to something we do know quite a lot of details on: weather.
More fog going to be expected as we go into tomorrow morning. So, Tatiana, we're going to be seeing dense fog. In fact, much of the area under dense fog advisories that stands right now, and slow travel with visibility below 1/4 of a mile that is going to be possible. So here's where it stands right now. Much of the area is under a dense fog advisory, and that's going to go from tonight through 10 a.m. on your Sunday. So low visibility may reach you first thing out the door. So that Sunday travel outlook, especially 7, 8, 9 a.m., even up to about 10 a.m. Patchy dense fog may be a possible slowdown in that drive. If you're heading out for Sunday services or just looking to enjoy that morning coffee or a walk out at some of the beautiful parks, maybe a very foggy start to the morning. That fog is going to clear mid to late morning, so planning your Sunday back in the mid to upper 50s. The fog will linger through mid-morning, and then once we get beyond that, tomorrow, the first day of October, and what a brilliant bright afternoon we have, upper 70s. So your Sunday is going to get abundant amounts of sunshine, dense morning fog, but afternoon and evening, brilliant. Looking looking skies. Temperature-wise into early October, this first 4 days of October, and it certainly could fool you. Lower 80s expected Monday and into Tuesday. Dry and warm weather, and look at this streak. Sunshine through at least midweek. Now tonight, the better chance of that patchy fog going to be the Toledo Metro up into Michigan west of Toledo, where it could become widespread and dense. Sunshine will return Sunday afternoon, and we're going to be dry till late next week, where rain chances will make a return late Thursday and into Friday. Now visibility-wise, this could be tricky tonight. I expect that fog into Sunday morning. It will be patchy where it does develop, but it also could be quite dense. Again, into Monday morning, some ingredients look likely. We may be getting fog across the area into Monday morning. Beyond that, we'll have dry weather, sunshine, gorgeous conditions Monday and into Tuesday. No rain in sight through at least midweek. Here's the clock on Wednesday. Some clouds begin to build into the area, and the next chance of rain, there it is, late Thursday night and into Friday with a powerful autumn cold front. Some areas of dense fog tonight, down to 55 degrees for the overnight low. Upper 70s expected on your Sunday. After that morning fog lifts, the sunshine will return. We'll have low 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Still hanging on to 80 Thursday, but there's that cold front that does bring the rain chances. And look at the temperatures that will tumble late next week and into the following weekend. Highs by next weekend may only be back in the low to mid 60s. That's a look at your 10-day forecast. Tatiana, back over to you.
Thank you, Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. Now to a story you saw here first on WTOL 11. Last night, police did make an arrest in a road rage incident which started in Bowling Green on Route 582. The Ohio State Highway Patrol says one driver actually opened fire on another and then decided to take off. Later on, troopers tried to pull over the shooter on US 23 near Pickaway County, which led them on a chase where the wanted driver ended up crashing in Hancock County. Officers were able to arrest them, but have not released a name at this point. Today, the House approved a 45-day funding bill to help keep federal agencies open. The House Speaker dropped demands for steep spending cuts and relied on Democratic votes to send the package to the Senate. CBS News has this report.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Hours before the federal government was set to shut down, the House passed a last-ditch measure to fund the government through mid-November.
On the House floor, we passed by overwhelming numbers the ability to keep government open for the next 6 weeks. I asked Congress will stay in session the next 2 weeks, continue to work to get this done.
House Speaker McCarthy decided to rely on Democrats to help push through his temporary funding plan.
We went from devastating cuts that would have impacted the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people in 24 hours to a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people across the board.
Meanwhile, the Senate still needs to approve the measure for it to take effect.
I think one of the things we've seen over the last decade or so is that we have more and more of these points where there's a disagreement and we walk right up to the very end.
Even if a deal is reached Saturday, it won't be long before lawmakers will have to scramble once again to reach a long-term agreement. Michael George, CBS News.
All right, some good news now. Sections of Lucas and Wood County are cleaner today thanks to community members' efforts. Partners for Clean Streams hosted their 27th annual Clean Your Streams event, where over 480 people came out to participate at 7 different areas in Lucas and Wood counties. Now, the previous week featured around 180 community members working to make their parks clean as well.
Well, not only is it important for human being and human activity, we also think it's really important for wildlife to be protected in our area as well. I know that Metro Parks has helped a lot with cleaning up the area, but we always love to do our part and help to clean it up a little bit more and get to those spots that aren't able to be as easily accessed.
All right, now if you missed today's event, do not worry, because the Partners for Clean Streams are actually hosting a 365 version of the event where you and even a group of folks you know can sign up to clean your neighborhood on your own time. And the Girl Scouts of Northwest Ohio took over the Glass City Center today for the annual Believe in Girls Expo. It's the largest event in Western Ohio, featuring hundreds of Girl Scouts and their families. This free event doubled in participation in comparison to last year's, and today there were around 40 programs aimed at teaching young women skills in science, life skills, and outdoor activities, allowing them to expand their knowledge, skills, and, of course, just interest.
We have stayed very relevant for our girls' needs. We are a research-based organization, so we stay relevant. We have new technology badges like cybersecurity and mechanical engineering and robotics, so we've done a lot in our STEM field.
And oh, look at that. Our very own Amanda Fay was the honorary chair, and she spoke to the young attendees with, if you notice, right by her side was little Maggie, her daughter. So super nice weather there, Chris. You did a good job.
It was great, but more importantly, I'm just looking forward to the bright future that so many of those young girls have. That is just such a great thing that they're just empowering them to do great things, and great to see Amanda out there with cute Maggie.
Yeah, definitely. And then, STEM, meteorology is part of the STEM field as well.
It absolutely is.
There we go.
We'd love to talk about that weather, too. We've got fog that's going to be out there tonight. It's going to be dense and thickened tomorrow morning. Another morning of fog that's possible Monday. Upper 70s for Sunday. Tatiana, this is the first week of October coming. Upper 70s, lower 80s. It is going to be spectacular, but all good things, if you like the warm weather, do come to an end. We've got 60s out there toward next weekend.
I've been giving John Birchfield some guff because of that, because I understand it's October, but I need y'all to make a decision. Just stay in the 70s because you're killing my sinuses.
We call that seasonal confusion.
Oh, yes.
I'm not really sure if you need the jacket or the short sleeve T-shirts
Do I put
or
on
what
boots,
you actually
flip-flops? What am I wearing? I don't know.
Some days you need it all.
I know. That's the joy of the Midwest.
It is.
Thank you, Chris. And, of course, thank you for joining us here on WTOL 11 Plus. Of course, we can see you later on tonight on WTOL 11 News at 11. But for now, we'll see you later.